Hey everyone, it's Chaboy Susie. I'm here to say a big thank you to Alan and Gallant Knight Games for their new patronage. Alan and Gallant Knight Games are the creators of Tiny Dungeons and Tiny Frontiers on the Tiny D6 system that we're using, and we are especially honored that you have become our patron. So big shout out to the new system. We love it. It fits our playstyle really well. And please don't be too mad at us if we play it all wrong. All right, so when you last left off, you had just beamed down to a college campus. You had just sort of picked somewhere near the San Francisco area. Because you're all familiar with San Francisco after World War III.
Is this the 90s?
Yeah.
Earth 1990s, yes.
1993.
Oh, I thought you said 94.
You said 94 multiple
did I?
times last
Okay.
time, yeah.
Okay, my notes said 93, but if I said 94, then 94.
It was the 93-94 school year, so...
There you go.
Perfect.
There you go, Penny.
So what it's like April 1994 on Earth, in the Bay Area, and you beam down to a quad, and everyone kind of stopped to look at you. Penny said, "Hi, we're new here, I believe," and then Loxa said,
I like to give out hand jobs.
yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Jazz hands, showing off the tools.
Jazz hands.
And whatever, people were probably like confused at first because you materialized out of thin air, but then they kind of looked at you and that their minds are just like, okay, whatever we thought we saw, we didn't see because basically that's impossible, or some sort of silly like prank. This was before Punk'd, I guess, so we can't blame it on Ashton Kutcher.
No.
But, I mean, prank shows were a thing, so they're like, whatever. After that introduction, everyone just kind of gave you a weird look, some raised eyebrows, shake of the head.
When you follow it up with jazz hands and hand jobs, They're
like, all right, these people,
whatever.
transfer students, I don't know, they're probably from Europe.
There was one guy who sort of kind of started walking up, and his friends were like, "No, dude."
No. Those girls are weird.
You don't even know the half of it.
But the two of us are willing to show you.
And then everyone kind of goes on their way. So you're standing in the middle of the quad of a university. You're not quite sure what university it is. And there you go. What do you do?
Well, that worked well. Glad this happened. This is great. It's really good, guys.
What are we here for again? Who are we looking for? What are we looking for?
DM's quick recap. Your rememory checks. I won't make you roll them. You were orbiting the planet. I can't remember what planet it was.
Pitham 3.
Yeah. And that's the planet where Takov, I keep trying to say Tuvok.
That is correct.
Takov is getting her genetic therapy for her disease that she and her twin sister share. And you're just kind of in a holding pattern, it was just long enough that you're kind of going to have to like tool around the ship for long enough, but it's not short enough to like redeploy the ship with a temporary captain out into, space. So you all were just minding your own business, and then the ship started going haywire. You all went to the bridge, and your research found that for whatever reason, the biofilter of the transporter was lit up like a Christmas light, and for some reason, the baridium filter was out of whack. And Shakel theorized that, what did you say? You said that the baridium filter, right, is something that keeps baridium from coming through the transporter.
You said that baridium, and I did, I looked it up on Memory Alpha, and I put a little, Memory Alpha.
Yeah.
Put a little, blurb in the pinboard about it, but you said that it was used in Romulan equipment, so I just theorized that it probably got out of whack when we were fucking around with all sorts of Romulans recently, and there's no reason that it being out of sync or needing to be recalibrated should make us go back to 1994, but it's our only lead at the minute, and maybe if we also ran into an anomaly, that could somehow affect it. So this is our only lead, so this is what we're going with.
And because it's Earth 1994, you haven't encountered the Romulans yet, and therefore you have no access to baridium. It's a weapon-grade material that the Romulans use. You did try to do some research to see if you could figure out what you could use instead of baridium, and you failed, right? Like, everyone did a bunch of checks, and nobody came up with any leads. But your best bet was like, well, we better go to a learned, scholarly place who's full of people good with rocks to see what we can find. Here you are.
So we're looking for a geologist, I suppose.
Yes.
Geologist.
There's probably a geology department at this college.
Well, because didn't somebody say, didn't we look up something that was like, oh, so-and-so some scientist was working on something in 1994, it just so happens.
While you guys are talking, Lux is already flirting with anybody passing by, because you guys are deathly boring.
They're flirting back because they're digging your no pants outfit.
Wait, I'm not wearing pants?
I'm not sure any of that conversation was in character, but you do you, girl.
You're wearing hot pants, right?
Yeah, that's right. I was wearing hot pants.
The hottest of pants.
Momentarily forgot what I was wearing.
Yeah.
You're dressed like Pep from that video.
Hey, yeah, I want to shoot, baby.
Yes. Yep. I'm just waiting for you guys to figure it out, and I'm flirting. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing.
Okay. Posa, to speak to what you said, or Dee Dee, I guess you were in character. Whatever. I don't remember us saying that.
Okay.
I think we decided to come here just to look for someone who's an expert in geology.
To be honest, I was pretty drunk last time, so
I didn't know it. You're holding your shit down. You guys, to be fair, and this is maybe why you thought that, you were doing a lot of research and you're trying to figure literally anything out, and you just came up with Bumpkus, so you realized you had to go in not knowing anything. So
okay, that's fine.
Yeah, the notes say Watkins decides that we better hit up some geology experts on the nearest habitable planet, which happens to be Earth.
Yeah.
So I am sitting there in the middle of the quad, and I'm messing with my watch-a-mole because
I got a watch-a-mole. Because there's a watch inside, that's why.
Obviously Hala Horatio is a watch-a-mole because he is also incognito for Earth 1994. So I'm messing with it, Hala Horatio, trying to see if he has any tips on where we should go for geology experts here.
What does Horatio's bonus give you?
It gives me, let me see, twice per session. If you are unprepared for a situation, you may test at a disadvantage, which is 1d6.
Mm-hmm. If you succeed, the companion gives you information that allows you to be prepared. So, if you want to do that, that'll be once per session. So you can roll one dice and see if you get plus.
Okay, so I just kind of look at the girls and I say, look, I have this watchable. I'm like, I have Horatio here. I can see if we have a map or something, but I don't know if I want to whip out my holograph here in the middle of the quad. Yeah. So do you guys want to try and see if we can find a map or anything of the nearest geology lab, or do you want me to blow some minds here in this quad?
I would love to find an ancient Earth map of a college. I think that sounds great. I'm already looking. Just like, boop, 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 boop.
You look around, and near the edge of the quad, near some pruned bushes and flower beds, is a large campus map. Sort of it's three-sided, it's triangular. One side is a campus map. One side is what the cafeteria is serving for the next week, and the other side is what the events are going on around campus. So,
what are chicken fingers? Do chickens have fingers?
Ancient Earth
that-
chicken fingers.
Okay.
I've never come across that in my study of Earth, but
This is weird.
yeah. And I'm
This
just
is a map.
touching it
Okay.
to see if it's actually solid because it looks like it might also be a hologram or something.
No, yeah, your
I'm just
fingers.
touching it like, this is fascinating.
Your fingers hit some clear plastic, right? Tunk, not holographic at all.
Yeah.
Does anyone look at the map?
Yes, I looked at the map.
I do.
So actually, on the top of the map is a display. Is the name of the school? It's Stanford University,
Oh.
Whoa.
and you look at the map. Let me actually see if there's a map of Stanford. I mean, yes, there's going to be a map of Stanford.
Bet there is.
Circa 1994.
So wait, Stanford's in San Francisco? This is Ashley. Stanford's in San Francisco?
Stanford's just south of San Francisco.
I thought it was East Coast. I never went to college, so
It's in the Greater Bay Area. It's south. Oh, I don't know how many miles this is. 20 miles south, 30 miles south of San Francisco, but it's definitely in the Bay. Let's see. San Francisco. Stanford University map. Here we go.
Stanford Cisco.
I was just thinking Stanford Cisco is how I'm going to remember that now. It's in San Francisco-ish.
Here we go. Campus map. Should have done this ahead of time. But here we are. Here we are.
Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Let's see.
Do they have a geology department, though?
They do. They actually, off the record, have one of the best, and I'm glad you picked San Francisco because they have one of the best geology departments in the nation.
You're welcome.
Hell yeah.
I was gonna say, do you just want me to ask one of these chicks?
Yes, sure, go. You do. Yes, go.
Ladies.
And the reason that we're not able to figure it out is we're like looking at the map and it's like all worn out because it's a college.
Yeah.
Right.
Quad
Not like they
map.
replace it
Well,
often.
and we're like poking at it, trying to get touchscreen. I'm like
Yeah.
yelling at it. I was like, map!
There's a bunch of like graffiti on it and like names carved into
Yeah.
it and stuff like
Gum.
that. So we're having trouble. And I'm like doing a scan on it and that is not helping. You know, it's just like, it just says it's plastic. I don't know. I don't know what you want me to do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's got all these dang names for buildings that are like named after people. Cummings Art Building.
Jesus Christ.
God damn it. Everything's named after a person. Anyway, whatever. If you went to Stanford, I'm sorry. We don't
This
know.
may be inaccurate.
Yeah. Actually, where are you? You should be on the podcast right now directing us where to go. So if
Yeah.
you went to Stanford, shame on you for not being here.
Okay, so Loxus asks one of the gals she's sitting on, and one of the gals goes, "Oh yeah, like you want to go to the Geological Sciences building? It's actually I'm a student there, and it's right over that way.
Why don't you show me?
I would love to."
Oh my god.
That's right.
So 1994.
I've got hot pants on.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
She can read my lips.
Oh.
Oh boy.
What?
I really want Lux to give
Hot.
her a piggyback ride to the geology building.
Yeah, Penny? You got it. Giddy up, girly.
So she takes you to Brown Hall.
Enticing.
And this is, you walk up to the stately, I don't know what it looks like, building.
It's got ivy growing on it
Above
for sure.
the steps it says Brown Hall. Well, that's East Coast. This is
It's got palm trees.
We got ivy in California.
it's got like banana slugs all over it.
Horatio's ancestors.
Yeah.
That's a different, I'm pretty sure, Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz has the
Santa Cruz's.
banana slugs as their mascot.
Nice.
Oh my god.
I'm learning so much about colleges.
Yeah, right?
now.
You're welcome.
I didn't know any of these things.
We should have gone to one of those.
Eh.
Me either.
Me either.
So she's like, okay, well, I gotta go to my next class, but you should totally give me your phone number.
Yeah. Why don't you give me yours?
There you go.
Yeah, we'll take your pager number.
Oh, yeah, that's even a better idea. I've got 2 pagers, one for school and one for, and
Drugs.
I'm just shaking my head no, because I obviously have no idea what the fuck these people are talking about.
she's like, and she leans in. She whispers into your ear, she says, it's 650. She, for some reason, turns into an old woman who smoked way too many cigarettes.
I know. It's like, is this a 900 number I called? What just happened? I thought your name was Candy.
It's her secret voice, okay?
It's 650-899-1143. And
Sorry if that's your real phone number.
Watch out now.
Okay.
Wait, did somebody write that down? Am I supposed to be writing that down? That's not going to be important later for plotline, is it?
I hope not.
I highly doubt it.
Some of you have very good memories. I'm sure you could roll a check to remember it if you need to.
Oh, thank God. Okay, great.
And then she and her friends wave, and they're off, leaving you in front of the School of...
Hard Rocks.
The school...
Again, I just shake my head because I have no idea what she's talking about.
The School of Earth, Energy, and Environmental Sciences.
See, sometimes social can get you places. Nerds.
We would have found it eventually. Shit.
Eventually.
No, and actually it probably would have taken you way longer to find it if you tried to use the map, because it's just as I looked at that goddamn map, it wasn't helpful at all, Stanford's website.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, Stanford, if you're listening.
You're on blast, Stanford.
Simple thank you would do, ladies. A simple thank you would do. Yeah, didn't think so.
Thanks, Lox. I was drinking. I'm sorry. I don't know what their problem was, but I had water in my mouth.
So you're standing at the stairs, just looking up.
Go up the stairs?
You walk up the
Yes.
Using our feet.
Did you teleport yourself down there, Mike?
I walked down the stairs to the ice machine.
Using your feet. Good.
You're just all looking around.
I mean, I can go first. I just don't know what you're looking for.
I figured Posa would want to go first because
She's the biggest nerd.
earth sciencey stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
true.
as soon as they were like, "Oh, this is the building," I'd be like, "Okay, bump, 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 bump."
Yeah.
All right, so you're trotting up.
I don't know where I'm going either. I just need to know I need to be here.
Yes. So I follow Posa.
You walk in through the doors, and there's not like a front desk or anything. There's some stairs that go up and some hallways that go down to the side. There's some signs in front of you, attached to the wall. They say, rooms 108 through 130 this way, and rooms 201 up, and then office that way, pointing, one other way.
Yeah.
So I think I would be scanning.
Discreetly.
Just this whole time discreetly scanning. This is why I have an overcoat or a jacket or something, so I can scan in my jacket so no one can see me. But I think I would just let you guys know which room has the most people in it, so that we could maybe not go to that room.
I was like, so we could avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's classes actually just getting into session, so people are kind of funneling in around you and moving around and going into classrooms. So a lot of the classrooms are quite full of people.
Yeah, so I direct us away from those.
Are there pictures on the wall?
Yeah, there's a picture of, there's a, oh my god, Stanford's mascot is a tree.
Oh no.
Sometimes don't they have faculty?
Oh, yeah, no.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good point. There is, if you kind of go back past the stair, so there's sort of a main foyer, and at the very back of the main foyer, sort of at where the, there's probably marble or some shit, and there's probably some sofas or chairs you can sit on in the foyer, and at the very back of the foyer, there is a wall of faculty.
Because I would probably be wandering over there to be looking at people, regardless of whether or not I would just be ogling.
That's what I'm like, well, I know what to look for, but I don't think Posa would know what to look for, like president or dean or head of staff or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't think she would know to look for that. So I really am at a loss of how to find who it is we maybe need.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
That's the thing?
That's the Stanford.
Most terrifying thing I've ever
That's the
seen.
Stanford mascot, according to the internet.
That's unfortunate.
I don't know why.
Don't mock people's mascots, you guys.
I mean,
No.
It's a...
at least it's a tree, right? At least it's...
It looked happy, right? It looked happy?
A happy tree.
Yeah, it's
yes.
Not like it was being violated in any way?
He looks kind of
Okay,
drugged more than anything, but yeah.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
So you do see, there's some like posters of the Stanford tree around saying, hey, make sure you come to the big game, whatever sports are played in April. Not football, I guess maybe baseball. Lacrosse, I don't know. And then the faculty pictures. So who's looking at the faculty pictures? Not Posa?
Well, Posa is,
okay.
and I think Lox is.
All right. What are you looking for?
Hotties.
There are not any.
Then I'm looking for the least hot one, because that's probably the smartest one. That's how I'm thinking of it.
Posa,
Such a jock.
Yeah.
Penny, are you looking at the faculty wall?
No, Penny is just in awe. Like, I'm just looking at the people going through, and you guys have to keep pulling me back from talking to them because I want to practice my 94 Earth, Largan. I meant slang and jargon, and it started with an L for some reason. Anyway, yes, I'm drinking. So I want to really practice talking with, 1994 Earth people.
I could see Penny also calling it Largan.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's like, we gotta get to class, thanks. Bye. So... I'm just looking at all of your character sheets just to see if there's anything here that would help you out. They kind of look at the faculty pictures and they all just sort of look like nerds. So there's some younger nerds, or some older nerds, or some guy nerds, or some lady nerds.
Definitely older nerds, probably.
Would Penny, be with her linguistics background, maybe know more about the words like dean and vice president and head of staff and stuff like that?
I mean, you guys all know that because you kind of had. I mean,
we understand hierarchy.
You went to Starfleet, but you still had. I mean, it's not like you had a dean, but those words aren't totally foreign to you. I mean, you guys basically went to college. It was just space college. So I mean, it was just space military college.
Maybe I would suggest that we check out the head of.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. So if we find a picture that says head of something.
Head of the Geology Department. Head of rocks.
Head of the janitorial department.
Yes.
Perfect.
All right.
Well, we would know what janitorial means, right?
You would know.
And if they've got a picture of them on the wall, how progressive.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt it. Though.
The janitor? Nah. Yeah. Unfortunately. It is 1993, right? So... Right. Let me get you a name here. I haven't come up with a name for this person.
Perfect.
So let's see.
His name is Matthew Lillard.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
That person lived in 1994. You cannot use them.
Damn it.
Wow, I really just let it make up some names.
Use them. Just use them.
Getting one that I think I can pronounce. Oh boy, there's you find the head of the department, and her name is Nia Camilla, and she, let's see, hold on. I bet there's a random appearance generator. Wow, this random generator.
Wow.
No, well, the randandom generator
so she's really hot?
Says she's 4 years old.
Uh-oh.
Just put an O on it. She's 40.
There you go. No, hold on. She's got fair skin, short but very curly platinum blonde hair, big brown eyes, and she's 40. So she's wearing glasses on a chain. She looks like she just smelled a fart.
Oh, good. So when they're on a chain, is it like they're closed and just clipped on a chain, or is it one of those like you wear them and there's the chain that goes behind your head and she just took them off and they're just hanging like a necklace?
She's wearing them, but it's like that librarian chain that goes around so your glasses don't fall off when you're doing your studies or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. It's important. Okay, so where is she? Where's her office? Is there another map we can try and look at, or?
There is a list of, as you walked in, you did notice there's sort of a list of all the rooms, just where the numbers where offices of certain staff are. So I
vote that we head to her office.
Seconded.
I'm down.
You guys roll up to room 308, where the staff offices are all located. You walk in, you do that thing where you walk down a hallway and there's a lot of offices, and then it kind of breaks into a big room, and then there's a receptionist sitting there.
And I go, ugh, turn around.
You were hoping we wouldn't find anybody to talk
to. Nope, there's someone in there.
Well, if you guys want me to handle this, you know how I'm gonna go.
I don't want you to handle this.
I think we should really let Penny go.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough,
I was going to say, if you want, I can go up and use my, I'll just try and talk to her first, and if that doesn't work, then I can bust out the cunning linguist.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'll go up to her and I'll just be like, hi, yes, we are students here at Stanford, and we are really interested in rocks, and we would like to talk to Mia. Is that her name?
Yes, Mia.
Probably Dr. What's her bucket. What's her last name?
Yes, what's her bucket?
It is.
Yeah, Dr. What's her bucket. It's very important to speak with her.
I think she said Mia Camilla.
Mia Camilla. Right? Yep.
All right. It's very important that we speak with Dr. Ma'am Camilla. Lady. And I just lean on the counter and look at her.
Well, Miss Camilla, Dr. Camilla is lecturing, right? She looks at the clock and she kind of looks at you and she's like, well, Dr. Camilla is lecturing right now, but her assistant, Zachariah, should be in the lab. You know where the lab is, right?
We're actually, we just landed here, we just got here on campus, and so we're new, but we're prospective students, and so we wanted to talk to her since that's our interest.
She starts looking through her planner on the desk, and she's like, did you have an appointment? I don't see anything on her calendar.
Zachariah, you said Zachariah was the name of the assistant?
Yes.
So we can talk to Zachariah. That's fine. Where's Zachariah?
He's in the lab. She kind of narrows her eyes and looks at all of you. She says he's in the lab. I don't know if he'll have any time to talk to you, but if you want to try, be my guest. The lab is up a floor, and then just go all the way down the hallway and take a left, and you can't miss it.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your help. Mm-hmm. And then I vote that we head that way.
Okay.
Try not.
All right. You guys make it to the lab without any incidents.
Phew. And
you walk in. The lab is, it does take up, I would say, a considerable amount of this floor. It's a lab. There's lots of rocks. There's lots of microscopes. There's lots of scientific tools. I don't know what a geologist lab looks like.
Test tubes, I'm sure. Bunsen burners.
Yeah.
All labs have those.
Lots of different kinds of rocks.
Acid.
And hammers and little pickaxes.
Yeah,
definitely hammers.
Those little hammers. And there's not anyone in here except one person. All the way down, he's sort of writing something down. He's leaning on a desk and writing something down. And he hasn't seen you guys or heard you come in because the lab is sort of big enough for you. He's in the moment and he's not paying attention.
Now you ladies want me to handle it?
Because it's a man? Is that why?
Pose is like, because I'm not gonna.
Okay, so I'll just say hi, excuse me, because I think Posa, I think you're gonna have to talk to him eventually, but I can break the ice with one of those hammers that they use on rocks.
Okay, I can. Okay.
Yeah. So I say hi, excuse me,
And this assumed Zachariah stands up straight and turns and looks at all of you.
Mm-hmm.
And Penny, will you just give me a roll? Roll me one die.
Mm-hmm.
Boy.
I got a plus.
You got a plus?
I did.
Penny, you don't think this person is human?
Oh.
Penny, if you didn't know any better, just by the shape of his brow and his face and his overall everything, you could swear that this was maybe a Vulcan. But that doesn't make any sense.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I wave at him in the Vulcan salute, but just kind of like a hey to kind of play it off. Like, if it's not, I can just be waving. But if it is, like, he'd see,
right.
The signal.
Yeah. Right. You do the live long, prosper just real quick as you're waving.
Yeah.
And then he perks an eyebrow in an very, characteristically Vulcan way. And he looks at all of you, and he closes his whatever notes he was working on, and he walks toward you, and he says, "Yes, how can I assist the four of you?"
When he walks towards her, does he steeple his fingers in front of him?
No, and
oh damn,
and
that would have been a sure
telltale sign.
Yeah,
Penny, your first impression, your gut impression is that he's Vulcan, but if he's Vulcan, he's done a lot of study, and he's got human mannerisms down pretty pat for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But what is his haircut? Because as I understand it, Vulcans can only have that one dumb haircut.
He's got a pretty human haircut, actually.
Whoa. I don't suspect a thing.
Okay, so
I would say he looks okay, so just to give you an idea, he would look in human terms in his late 30s, early 40s, brown hair, no pointed ears, right? Doesn't have pointed ears. That you can tell.
Are his ears visible?
No. He's got kind of a shaggy, yet very contemporary haircut.
For the mid-90s.
Yes, for the mid-90s.
Like a Gavin Rosdale or something.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Can I roll to see if I saw Penny use the Vulcan salute? Because I feel like if I had seen her do that, I'd be like, whoa? I would be more interested in this conversation. Because as of right now, I'm just sort of standing in the background.
Yeah,
going,
sure. Roll one die.
Okay.
We'll do this at
I'll
disadvantage.
bring this up and then fail anyway, but let's see. Oh, that's much. Never mind. Okay, let's try that again. Yay, plus!
Yeah, so... And everyone else, give me roll one dice since Posa's going to do it. We all, Heather, Loxus, and Shakel, go ahead and roll one die.
Nope.
Okay.
Not me.
Okay.
Didn't see a thing.
Oblivious. Too busy scanning things.
Yeah. You're like, whoa, just scanning all the rocks.
Jacket scanner.
Yeah, I'm jacket scanning everything and paying zero attention to what's going on.
So, yeah, Posa, you see Penny just sort of briefly flash the V sign.
Yeah.
That's kind of...
Flash the gang sign.
Yeah, you're like, So you do see that.
And I'll like walk up beside her, or, just sort of join the conversation, as it were. So I know that I'm hearing the conversation properly.
Right.
So I will... Did Heather see it?
No, Heather did not see it. Nope.
Loxus, I mean, no? Okay. Okay, so I say, hi, are you Zachariah by any chance?
I am. And how may I address you?
I'm Penelope. It's very nice to meet you. My friends and I here are, well, actually, I'll let my friend here explain this because she's kind of the more sciencey one, so she's the one that'll be able to really I think, talk on your level. But we have some questions about things, and we were really hoping you'd be able to help us out.
And Zechariah just like turns and looks at Loxus, and he's just staring at Loxus.
She is quite the sight.
That's not the friend I was talking about.
I just slowly start to smile bigger and bigger.
Your crazy, gnarly, like pointy teeth.
Kind of getting creepy.
I sort of try and pop into his sight line because I can see he's not looking at me. So I just go, hello. So we sort of retconned that
Yeah, your outfit.
Long story short. Yeah, my outfit is different, but I also covered up my nose with basically like gauze and tape, like I got a nose job.
Right.
And so I want to kind of pop into his eye line, and I saw what Penny did, and I see him staring at Loxus, and I'm totally lost here on Earth, and also annoyed, and far too ballsy probably for my own good. So I just take the gauze off my nose and just stare him straight in the face, and I'd be like, we were just, trying to find some information out from you. You need geological information. We were wondering if you could help us. Just like, here's my fucking nose ridges, bitch. What you gonna do about that?
I think we were in the neighborhood, so...
Yeah.
It's interesting that you would all be working together.
Is it?
All of you? And
yeah.
he looks at Loxus, and then he looks at the rest of you. It's like, I will assume that you're not from 1994, if you are freely traveling together.
I turn around to Loxus. I know Loxus is sort of watching this conversation, and if I catch eyes with Shaq as well, I'm gonna turn around and be like, see my nose? Maybe sort of make a, like, take your hat off kind of thing. Like, it's all out now. You want to do this? You can if you want to. I'm not forcing you to, but, if you want to.
I would say Shaq's been scanning, so I probably wasn't like looking your guys' way, but I think I would have, heard the conversation. I would have been like kind of half listening. Plus, I might have picked up his Vulcan life signs.
You definitely did. Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of hear what you guys are saying, and I just like turn with the tricorder in my hand, like towards everybody, and now it's not in my jacket anymore.
He looks at your scanner, and he really cocks his eyebrow, and he's like, "Oh no, you're definitely not from 1994." Well,
yeah, you think? Also, neither are you, sir. Just,
You're correct. I'm from Earth year 1960 something.
God damn it.
Haha, oh.
Well, I would recommend that you keep your appearances concealed, and that you make no mention of this conversation with anyone else, ever, for the sake of the space-time continuum.
All right.
It's a little late for that, kind of. But we do need some help as far as the space-time continuum is concerned. We need to get back to where we're going, and we need your help to do it.
So
we need to get back, and then we need to get back again. We need to get back 2 times.
How many?
Back to back.
Back.
So wait,
Not
are
to
you
Cali?
I'm going back to Cali.
Wow.
Posa, are you talking about our universe? Because I think just getting back to our time is going to work for now.
I'm still annoyed that we're here at all. So yes, back.
How many of you are there, may I ask?
Oh, Jesus. How many are on the ship?
Oh, boy.
75?
How did we say that?
Something like that?
That sounds right. I
Was
don't
it
remember us
a couple hundred?
naming a number.
I thought it was like 150 or something.
Yeah, it was significant.
It was lowish.
Significantly less than, obviously. It's a Hood-class ship.
Yeah, less than the Enterprise.
Yeah. And you're all kind of rejects. It's not like Starfleet's been putting the Starfleet's just kind of funneling the dregs to the Komodo, so you're not even probably fully kitted out for even an Excelsior
and thank
class.
Fucking God, considering the kind of Star Trek idiots we are. Good God.
That's why they don't let kids on our ship.
Thank goodness.
Fuck them up.
They shouldn't.
Yeah.
We're barely functioning. I mean, we do a good job. Good job, everybody.
So let me clarify. Is it just the 4 of you, or are there more?
Just us on planet. We have a ship in orbit.
You have a ship in orbit.
We have a ship in orbit.
We have a ship in orbit.
Locke's literally just caught on.
He does now steeple his fingers.
Hey!
Oh
There
no,
he
is he evil? Can I stand for that?
Shit, does he have a goatee?
No,
Damn
he doesn't have a goatee. He's not wearing a sash.
Okay.
Okay.
And his eyebrows are pretty pointy.
That's
It's just
specious.
normal.
Well, then allow me to assist you in getting back to wherever it is you need to go. What is it that brought you here to me?
So I guess I'll fill him in about baridium, since I'm the engineer and know the most about the biofilter. I give him the whole spiel.
Baridium. Yeah, you're, what do they say? A bit of shit out of luck on that one.
Boned.
I believe we say a bone.
Well,
we're boned.
don't have any baridium, and Earth won't have any baridium for...
I know. Yeah, I know. Thank you. Do you have any some sort of substitute, something we can synthesize maybe?
Iridium light?
Nothing that you can synthesize. However, I do have... Now, I'm loath to tell you this because we don't actually have a very large sample. But we do have a bit of, oh boy, here comes Susie. She's got to pronounce this actual mineral name that's real. It is real, so it matters how I pronounce it. It is cobaltomanite. Cobaltomanite.
Yeah, that's good.
Sounds good to me.
And he leads you over to a very small rock. And there's a Monty Python reference in there.
What also floats in water?
Bread. Apples. Very small rocks. Great gravy. Cherries. Mud. Churches. Lead.
And it's really not very big. I would say maybe the size of a chicken nugget.
Aww.
Not a finger, just the nug. But cobaltonite is that's a earth mineral, right?
It's a real earth mineral.
Okay.
He says cobaltomanite is one of the rarest minerals on Earth, and I don't think I'm going to be able to let this go without anyone caring, because it is so rare.
So I'm scanning the shit out of it as he's saying this. Is there a way, can I roll for it if we could synthesize this? Can we get our replicator to make it?
Yeah. Go ahead and, who's got a good skill for this?
I have engineering.
Let me take a look, because
I have ecologist, but that's not quite right.
Yeah.
It says I gain advantage on technical, mechanical problems or puzzles.
Yeah, that would work. That should give you advantage. To see if it's something to find out if it's something that you could recreate, if you could figure out the the base makeup, and if it's something you could recreate. Go ahead and give me a roll.
3, right, for advantage?
Yes. Yep.
I got 1+.
That's all you need. So yeah, you actually scan the cobaltomanite, and you do realize that you could recreate this. You're actually going to need to bring it probably on board the Komodo and let the engineering team work on it and then return it. You're not going to be able to do it down here. You're going to need it to do on the ship.
Yeah. Okay, so I tell Zacky boy that.
Zacky boy.
Hey, homeboy.
Zacky boy.
Please call him Zacky Boy. Say it to his face.
No, I say Zachariah. I'll be cool. Just this once, though.
It's not a very Shaq thing to do to call him Zacky Boy.
No, not at all.
It's a very Danny thing to do. Not a very Shaq thing to do.
Says, well, if it gets you...
The hell out of here.
And he looks at Loxless and he kind of points at you and nods. Yes, if it gets you the hell out of here, then good. I doubt that anyone's actually going to come around looking for the specimen in the next 24 hours. So I will be happy to loan it to you. Please bring it back.
We appreciate your faith, Zach.
And your hospitality.
Beep beep.
Such a nice
Four to
guy.
Such a nice boy.
Such a nice Zacky Boy.
I'm assuming you don't say that out loud, unless you do.
I've already called for McKinley to transport us out of here. Does that...
I said what I said.
Do we just say it as the beam materializes us?
Oh, yeah.
God.
I just do a little finger wave as we're dematerializing. Just a little finger wave.
All right. So, wow. Wasn't sure how that was going to go. I was like, are they going to wait till night and then try to break in? Or are they just going to go in and ask questions? Or I wonder how they're going to do this.
We're not that smart. We don't think like that.
It helped that we found someone who we could talk to without trying to make up a story about why we needed to know.
True. Like, if we hadn't run into somebody we knew who was Vulcan, we would just be like, oh, there's a thing we might need. Tra-la-la. And then come back later and try and steal it.
Yeah, this could have taken forever if we hadn't run into this Vulcan.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you guys rolled so poorly last session, so who knows how that could have gone.
It's all up to the dice.
All right, so you're back on the Komodo. You got your Cobultimonite. You put her through the scanner, and you realize you can make that up, with the various leftover chocolate puddings and shampoos that,
Our poops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our poops.
Your watermelons and poops. And it takes, only takes a couple hours because you got that.
Poops are strong.
Yeah.
Strong poops.
You got that future technology is what I was going to say.
Future poops.
And we've eaten it and shit it out, and that's why our poops are so future-y.
Yeah.
It's true.
So the engineering's working on it, and let's see, who would be in engineering working on it with the engineering team? I assume
Me.
Shakel.
Shaq would be, yeah.
Okay. Posa, what are you up to?
I would probably dig into Stanford University, Geology Department, Zachariah, whatever the fuck. Was he really there? Was he on, the roster? What did he do if he was actually there? Since I know that this is not a human being and he was working at Stanford, then I would want to know all about him.
Do you stop by your lab at all?
Since you mention it, yes.
Yes, I do.
Why wouldn't she do that in her lab? Of course she would.
That's a good question. I might go to the lab to do this research. I don't think I would necessarily go to my room to do the research. Yes, I go to my lab to do this research.
Wise.
You walk into your lab and all of your samples and all of your test tubes and all of your, your little glass plates with all the things eyedroppered onto it and your microscopes, everything's just fucked. It's all broken. It's all on the ground. All of your plants are knocked over. It looks like a tornado ripped through here.
What the fuck?
Have we been in here since the whole got transported back to 1994?
No.
So this is the first time she's going into the lab since all the
Bright
lights went
light.
out and everything went crazy.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there anybody in there?
No.
Oh.
That you can tell with your naked eyes.
Well, I'd probably walk around and see if anybody else's shit is fucked, because, it's not just my lab.
Everything in the lab is fucked.
Everything.
Everything.
Okay. Are there things, like anything I may deem important, missing?
Give me a roll, and since it's your lab, I'll give you an advantage. So you just need 1+.
But that's 3 dice?
3 dice, yep.
Okay. Oh, all blue. Interesting. Okay. I got 1+.
So you're going through your files. You're kind of picking stuff up. You know, you're like, just trying to piece together what happened. And you're actually, it looks like all of your shit is here. It's just busted. You can kind of account for all of your samples. But there's one sample that's totally missing. Completely missing.
Which sample?
What is it?
So do you remember there's a little bit of a sample you took from someone in a
Lorgoth!
previous adventure?
Hey, it's Lorgoth!
Your Lorgoth sample is missing.
No.
It's not a Lorgoth! Lorgoth Jr.!
Is it Lorgoth?
Your Lorgoth sample is gone.
Oh no, my Lorgoth is gone!
You can't find it.
Oh no!
You're looking around, you don't see a Lorgoth. He's not like hanging out in the corner waving a tentacle or anything.
Well, no, because he fucked shit up and left. That's what he did.
Oh no.
There was that episode of Deep Space Nine where they had a little sample of an Odo type creature, and the sample was like going around fucking shit up at night. So,
but I remember now at the end of that episode, Susie made a point of saying that like shit was growing or something happened with my Lorgoth sample.
It was moving.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Right, not out of the realm of possibility that Lorgoth ain't dead.
Oh yeah.
God damn it. Fuck.
And we brought him to 1994, you guys.
We are really gonna screw up the whole timeline. Why are we so bad at this? They should not let us in Starfleet.
Can I bleep bloop somebody I know that is often in the lab, like with me, or, you know, leaves when I come in or whatever the fuck?
Yeah, we'll say,
Yes, a new character's name.
Lieutenant. Wait, what's before Lieutenant?
Ensign Lieutenant? I think Ensign's before Lieutenant.
Is it just Ensign? There's Lieutenant, like Lieutenant Commander.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Okay, so you actually, Lieutenant.
Random name generator.
No, I'm trying to come up with one off the top of my head, and now all my names stopped. I don't know any names all of a sudden.
Just think of people from high school.
Lieutenant LeBeau.
There you go.
LeBeau. Okay, just for future reference, Ensign is the rank right below Lieutenant Junior grade.
Okay, so it's Lieutenant Junior grade LeBeau.
All right.
He, she, they? He. Okay. I don't say Lieutenant Junior grade, though. I just say Lieutenant, right?
Probably, yeah.
Lieutenant LeBeau.
Yes. What is it?
Have you been in the lab recently?
Let me think. The lab recently. Recently,
just
the
like
lab.
The last, like an hour.
The lab. No, I was asleep.
Okay. The last time you were in the lab, was everything cool? Everything was like in its place and together and shit?
Was everything in place? No, I was working on a sample. The sample was fine. There was...
I don't give a fuck about your sample.
The lighting
just the rest of the goddamn place.
Everything checks out. Everything was fine.
Okay, do you know anybody else who might have been in here in the last hour or two?
In the lab in the last hour or two. Think. No.
You're great, LeBeau. I love you.
No, not that I know of, unless they came in while I was sleeping.
Fuck. Okay, thanks. Beep boop.
Would the computer know, though?
Yeah, I mean, computer... Was anybody... who was in the lab in the last 2 hours?
Let's see. The computer chimes in and says, there was no one in the lab within the last 2 hours.
Computer, or was anybody in the lab within the last 6 hours?
There were 2 people in the lab in the last 6 hours. Lieutenant Posa and Lieutenant Junior grade LeBeau.
Computer, were there any abnormalities in the lab since Lieutenant Posa was last here?
There were no abnormalities in the lab since Lieutenant Posa last left the lab 3.85 hours ago.
Computer, you're useless.
Does not compute.
And then, Posa, as you're sort of signing off from the computer, bad-mouthing the computer, you hear the sound of children running down the hall.
Fuck.
And laughter sort of bouncing off the corridors around you. And a small girl's voice says, "He's not done with you yet."
This is Penny's first interaction with Lorgoth, because Penny didn't join y'all until after Ghost Ship.
Well, lucky you.
So she's not going to know what the fuck's going on. Yeah.
You know what really amuses me is we just discussed the fact that there are no children on this fucking ship.
You have been listening to Mammary Alpha. Your hosts would like to thank Smelly Tooth, who composed our theme song and some of the other music that you hear, as well as Roll Music. You can find us online at mammaryalpha.com and on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as Mammary Alpha. You can tweet at us using the hashtag #ThisPodcastIsTheTits, thanks to Dee Dee, and support us by buying a t-shirt or becoming a patron. And don't forget to leave a rating or review on iTunes.